I need your help. And if we get some viewers on this episode, I need their help in the comment section because I got to build a boat and I have some ideas rolling around on what I'm thinking, but I want to see which ones you guys like the best. All right, we got another episode of the old Frosty Dinghy going on, the old Jmac over there. I figured we dive into the origin story of the old dinghy a little bit, see how it all came together and what the plans are moving forward at some point if everything works out like it's supposed to, which it's been
It always does.
it's been one hell of a road so far. So hopefully it starts gaining a little speed here and there. So I kind of dove into this idea because J-Mac over there brought a story back from a vacation he went on to Destin, Florida. What
That's right.
happened on that trip?
We took a family vacation down to Destin, and we were doing the touristy type stuff. But, we were going to do some. We tried to do parasail. Turns out, I'm trying to think when we went. I think it was a little late May, early April. We were like a week too soon. Everything we tried to do, um, it was too windy. The weather hadn't changed yet to really be ideal for. We wanted to do parasail. Ended up couldn't do that. Anyway, we're down on the marina there, and we would walk up and down, say things, whatever. But one business caught my eye, and it was called Cruising Tikis, and they were tiki looking boats. Turns out they're kind of a specialty design, but basically, like let's just say a pontoon. There you go. That's it right there. Basically, just a pontoon, and we got the bar in the middle, and then it comes with a driver. So you and I think what is it, like 8 to 10 people? I think
6.
6. Which is actually perfect for our group because there were 6 of us. We didn't go out on it. We weren't trying to do that. There were just other things we were trying to do. But like the same company that ran that, they had like one of those big ass speed boats or whatever. We were going to try to do that, but then the water was too choppy, it was too windy or whatever. But we started looking at these tiki boats and started talking to the people that run it. Turns out it was part of a franchise, and they actually sold their farm in Texas, moved to Florida to open this business. All of them worked there. The mom, the dad, the kids had grown, were older, but then even like the grandma worked there. It was a really cool operation, and the people were real friendly. And I brought that back. I was kind of telling you about it. You kind of just took it and ran.
So I ran basically straight to Texas to the closest one, which is in Dallas at Lake Ray Hubbard, and went straight onto a boat to see what it was all about, see the whole group I had going on there with me. But we went down there to check it out and see exactly what the whole boat consisted of.
Were you the drone operator?
I was not. There was a different drone operator at the
More
moment.
qualified, you mean?
Yeah. So
Okay.
this is actually us out on the boat, and one of our passengers was over at the restaurant because this is our second trip of the day and took that at sunset, which I thought was pretty cool.
Absolutely.
So I literally ran down there to find out what the business was about after doing a bunch of research and going through all the hoops and throwing myself back into business school for a while and finding out what it'd take to run it. Well, we picked out a nice spot for it as well, which I thought was nice. Anyway, I don't think you guys have been there yet, but
We hadn't been there, but all the projections looked good at least. The numbers looked right.
so here's where we planned on going. But we chose Galveston, Texas, which looks really nice. Looks like a great place for those things.
Yeah, one would think that.
I thought it was nice. Galveston is really nicer than what everybody thinks it is. And it looks like that at night on the pier that used to be a hotel.
Yep.
Back when I lived there, that was a hotel. But Galveston, to where we picked, where we were going to go, it fell through. So then I came up the backup plan. And I technically own a boat in Texas. It is not finished. It's not getting finished. I think it's getting sold. And we're just waiting on all that to come back. So the boats are still coming eventually. Eventually, the boats are going to get here.
Just got to got to get the right timing, get more things in order. Because also, when you go start putting a bunch of money into this, like we we learned it's all about timing and when you can get set, get started. 'Cause it's kind of hard to have thousands of dollars hanging there when the season's over.
Yeah. Which, the boating season doesn't last all year. It well, it does in like the Caribbean, but not in the United States. There's always a big surge and then a drop off sometime during the year, or hurricanes or something fun that just shows up. But the boat's still coming. I had to start with a different direction. Basically started with renting a camper out to build up the money to prove the proof of concept of the actual business. Campers were always going to be involved, but we had to go backwards. We had to start with the camper rental. So by all means, rent that. Help us get the boat business going.
Hold on,
But it's
is that a brand new awning on that thing?
the brand new awning will be on Friday of next week, since I decided to break it off on the way. I appreciate that part of the story. Thanks for bringing that up.
How many times have you used it since before you broke that off there?
Twice. And
Okay.
while I was setting up on the second time, I decided to catch a tree branch with the awning and bend it. I didn't rip it off. It wasn't extended either. That's the worst part. I was literally pulling it into the parking spot. It hit a tree branch and bent the awning. The rest of the camper works perfectly fine. There's no scratches or dings anywhere else except for I hit a motor that's this big around with a tree branch that's this far off the side of the camper. Like, literally, there was a knot on a tree branch that you couldn't see in the mirror. And I
Wait,
stopped.
do you have towing mirrors on that thing?
I do have towing mirrors on that thing.
Oh, was that before or after you hit this?
I don't believe the towing mirror was the issue, because I'd stopped prior to me hitting the awning and put it in reverse. And when I let off the brake, it rolled forward and hit it. So now, if I would have had the towing mirrors then, I probably wouldn't have been as close to the tree.
So no, the towing mirrors were not on at the time.
But if I would have hit the gas faster, I wouldn't have bent the damn thing either. So I was trying not to throw gravel.
It's a learning curve. Now
There is a learning curve. But like I said, the boats are coming. It just won't be this year, but hopefully we'll get it, at least the process, rolling next year. And there are more campers coming as well, which I may leave one at your house and let you drive that fucker around. See how many times you break the awning off. You're a material handler. You'll handle those materials.
Well, I was more referring to my Class A with air
Oh,
brake endorsement and semi driving experience. Not that I'm great. I can make it move safely, mostly.
it won't take you 45 times to back it into a spot like it
Yeah,
did me. Yeah. I did
no,
get
some of those campsites are. I've never really done anything with campers. But I've been in many a campground, and some of those sites do look a little intimidating trying to get your gear in.
So I did take the camper, but the reason it actually happened is because I was pissed off because of what happened before. So where Ashley wanted the camper is an extremely hard spot to get in and out of with a camper. So I got down in there, I got the camper set where she wanted it, and then the conservation officer came and told me that I can't park the camper the direction that I have it. It's a back in only. And he's like, most people wouldn't have been able to drive up here through the trees to get it pulled into this spot. Like my truck was up in the grass and in between a couple of trees. I could get out once I unhooked the camper, but since I pulled in forward instead of backing the camper down into the hole, I had to figure out how to turn the camper around. And that took me 35 minutes to get out of the hole because I couldn't back the camper out because of the angle of the road that it came off of. So every time the trailer went up and on it, it wouldn't turn anymore. Like
Right.
it'd come up and then it'd go straight and try going into the ditch on the other side. It wouldn't let me turn it on the front to get it back out the way I brought it in. So I ended up by myself, because I was all by myself doing all this crap.
Picked it up by hand and did it. Moved
No,
it, did you?
no. It took me 35 minutes of trying to get it to turn in the right circle to get it back up and out of there because I didn't have much room. I actually had to get out and move picnic tables and a fire ring, maybe a fire. Yeah. Yeah. You're not supposed to move those, but I moved the fire ring and we finally got it out of there. And then shortly after that, I was frustrated, wasn't paying attention, lost an awning. $2,700 later.
Have you seen those electric trailer dollies they have now? They're about the same size as the robot lawnmowers. Have you seen those?
I've seen the robot lawnmowers.
All right, almost looks like the exact same thing, except for obviously it's a little bit taller. But once you get to wherever you're going, you pull this thing out, and it's got the tracks and a remote, and your camper hooks up onto it, and then it moves your camper around back wherever you control it with the remote.
I
A lot
don't.
smaller footprint than trying to use your truck's normal size, but if you get in bigger trucks, bigger campers, shit gets tight in there.
Yeah, it does. And we're gonna find out how tight Red Rock campsites are here shortly. Because 2 weeks from now, I got to go try putting a camper in a campsite at Red Rock.
There you go.
So it'll be a fun learning experience. Hopefully the awning stays in one piece this go around. I pulled it up on maps and took a look at the campsite from where the aerial view, and the lot that they rented doesn't look too difficult to get into. It looks like they got everything on an angle instead of those 90-degree drops.
There you go.
So that'll be a lot easier than what I've done previously. But there's a reason that I don't let people just take the camper and pull it themselves. And I proved why.
Yep.
Because if you don't own one, probably shouldn't pull one.
Fair enough.
That's because I did a little damage and it's on me. But if somebody else does damage, I'll still have to pay for it and wait for reimbursement somehow on it. So
right, which could be small claims court. There's a lot of bullshit you're gonna have to go through for. Going to cost you way more in the long run.
Yep. So we'll just rent it with the nice deposit on it and just set everything up nice and neat for them. Which it's same with the boats. Like when we get the boats, there's always going to be a captain. You can't just rent the boat and take it out.
Yeah, well, with stuff like that, there's a lot of certification and shit. There's a lot more involved.
Yeah. Especially if you're on like coastal waters and stuff like that, which is ultimately where we want to end up. I may look back into Iowa again and actually go have a sit-down talk with them instead of just getting a letter.
You gotta face me now, bitch.
That's what I thought last time, but I didn't want to stay in Iowa. I still don't want to stay in Iowa.
What on earth could ever have changed your mind or delayed this process?
I have no idea. Money. Money is 90% of the problem right now.
Every damn time.
Yep, it's always money, man. We'll get it figured out one way or the other.
That's right.
So, on this whole boating thing, I need your help, and if we get some viewers on this episode, I need their help in the comment section because I got to build a boat and I have some ideas rolling around on what I'm thinking, but I want to see which ones you guys like the best. Now, I will say one thing about this one. I like the idea of it, and this is what was going to happen on the boat that was getting built in Texas, is putting the upper deck on it with a slide.
Yep, that's a nice touch.
So the upper deck was already almost paid for, but the rest of the boat hadn't been done yet. But what I don't like about this one is the look of it. That's ultra cheap. Like it doesn't even look like something I would rent other than it has a slide and an upper deck. Like it looks
At that point, I think you should just do away with the decoration. I mean, what's the point? Like you said, there's nothing to them, and it does look cheap. You see the wrinkles in it. I mean, yeah. At that point, because people are going to rent boats, and especially if you're going out and wanting to have a really good time, not have to worry about driving the damn thing. If it comes with a captain, shit, even better. They're not going to give a fuck what it looks like, as long as it doesn't look like a run down piece of shit.
Yeah, I think this boat would rent out better if they just did it without the half-ass Tiki theme on it.
100%.
That's my thing. But I do like the slide in the upper deck part of it. I do like that. And then this is
upper decker once, my buddy's toilet when he was gone on vacation.
I don't believe that's the type of thing we're talking about right now, but I can believe you did that.
Okay, I win.
So option number 2. I like this one. It's got a little seat in the back if you need to sit down in the shade for a bit. And then just a long table with the old, like counter seats from the old diner in it. And it's got a nice exterior to it. It's got the glass walls and all the heavy rail.
Yeah, I like that one way better.
My only concern with this one is the seating's not covered up front. So it'd get awful, awful hot with people partying.
Yeah, I think maybe if you make that awning come up a little bit more, so like half to 3/4 of the boat is closed off, because you don't want the whole thing covered. I mean, people are out under the sun, they want to get some sun, whatever. They can rotate around.
Yeah, that's the only thing that concerned me. But if you do it if a lot of your bookings are in the evening, it's not as bad.
Right, and that's the only thing with that having the big covering like that. Then if you're doing evening ones, people are really wanting to look up, look at the stars, shit like that. Yeah,
Yeah. So I could see a benefit, or maybe even put like as much as I have bad luck with them, like an awning up front that like leans up against this front thing that can pull out and over top. That'd be another option to just add on one of those canopies that's just fold out and fold back. Know what I'm talking about?
yeah, a retractable one.
Yeah. Or maybe put a hole in the table and just bring an umbrella that you can pop up if they want some shade or something like that. But that one, I kind of like that style. And then this is the lounger version that I found that's kind of got what I was going for a setup on the one I was building in Texas, but it's not 100% the same. Where it's got the bar seating back behind the captain
Yep.
and just like a surfboard table back in there, but you leave the chairs and the couches up front.
Yeah, I like that one a lot better. That setup.
I thought it gave the loungers and the sun people somewhere to go, but the people that just want to drink and have a good time just hang out in the shade. So
Really-
imagine that style, right? And then instead of this whole awning over the top, what I was going to have on there was a second level with a slide coming off the back. So the bar was still going to be in the back, the bar seating still in the back. It's going to have loungers up front and then just an upper deck.
No, I think that's better because that way, if somebody wants to lay down on the lounger or sun tanning or whatever, people will still be sitting in the back covered. Or if they all want to sit up front for a while, whatever. I think it gives you more options, better options.
Yeah, that's so what I was going to do a little bit different with the loungers up front was I was going to get, for lack of better thing, like a futon type style up front to where it's just one big seat that you could elevate and fit like 3 people on it laying down with cup holders. Or would you rather have the bench style seating?
I think bench style seating because you're going to be able to fit more people comfortably.
All right. So that's your highest contender so far, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I could only find a back view of this one, but if you look close enough at it, this is like it's like a cheaper version. It's not a cheaper version, but it is a cheaper version because I know how much shit costs because I was building them. So this is a storage compartment that's in the back of this. It's where they keep all the life vests and stuff all the stuff they need
Okay, yeah,
except for
I
the
like
life
that.
vest.
All covered.
And they did the A-frame, which I like a little bit better than that flat top. I like the A-frame look a little bit better. And then it's got 1, 2, 3 seats underneath the canopy. And then they moved in the surfboard bar out front.
Yep,
What I don't like about that is those chairs are the metal
yep. I see 'em.
metal chairs that are stackable and movable. So I get why they do it because that opens up the sides for if somebody wants to lay down or something like that and catch sun.
Yep.
But that also means that when you're on the move, those seats will move with you. So if you're like sitting on one and you hit the gas, the seat might not stay there.
True.
That's my concern on it. But I do like the A-frame look of this if I don't put the deck with the slide on top.
Yeah.
Because to do that, it's an extra $4,500 to put the slide and the deck on top.
Right. Yeah, I do. I like that.
So you like the bar being back here in the back with loungers up front with an A-frame top.
Yep.
That's what I was thinking. And that does give you like life jacket storage on the A-frame as well. So it's always nice.
Absolutely.
So your vote is for number 4, the A-frame. So make sure that you guys take the poll on Spotify. All 4 options will be there. See which one wins. Leave some comments if you've seen one that I haven't seen that I need to look into a little bit. But ultimately, that's the goal to get the boats going. I'm getting away from the Tiki style, octagon boat that I had one of the reasons is at the time that I went, I was almost 400 pounds. And if you put me and the 300 pounder on the same side, it wouldn't sink, but it tilted the entire boat like to that side. So you'd have to move people on the other side. I
Right.
like the pontoon version a little bit better just for stability, and you can go out in rougher waters.
And
The
you're not 400 pounds.
Yeah, I'm not 400 pounds anymore either. That's always good. I think I'm in the 30s now, somewhere in the high 30s, low 40s maybe. But it's a process. Takes some time. But if with the octagon shaped pontoon boats, their top speed is 5 to 6 knots, which is roughly 5 miles an hour for you land lovers out there. So they don't move very quick. Your entire trip, like if you're trying to go a big distance, your entire trip would be there and back instead of like going to a sandbar and getting dropped off for a while and then, hanging out there playing in the water and then coming back in 10 minutes instead of 35 minutes. So that's another reason you can cover more ground on a pontoon style. Does it look quite as cool? No, it doesn't. Those,
It
those little
does not.
tiki boats, those little tiki boats look pretty nice. Might have to throw some chilling reels on there and, so people can catch fish with their koozies.
There you go.
Sell them a separate license for that. That'd be great. Little extra bonus. And then as for the camper side of things, I do plan on putting a couple more campers in Iowa somewhere with somebody that wants to run them basically and make some side hustle money or something like that. Just take them, drop them off, set them up, and let people enjoy it
There you go.
because we're trying to make unique memories that last a lifetime that only you have. That's what we do around here.
Is this your tagline?
I don't know. I'm still working on it. I think it's kind of
Okay.
nice.
All right, we're in the process. We got options.
I have it wrote down. Let me find it real quick. We got to get all professional now, apparently. The Jerry wants some professionalism.
Hey, I want to hear that. I like being part of the creative process. Get the juices flowing.
There it goes. Giving you lifelong memories no one else has.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
You like that?
Yeah, I think it's a little too short. It's good. Don't get me wrong, but I think you could add something to it. Just needs a little bit more.
Well, you need to figure it out, and you got to remember it's got to fit on a T-shirt.
Okay, we're going for that. No, that's perfect then for a t-shirt.
See, if you change that, we give you at the beginning lifelong memories that only you have.
You don't even need the we in there. Just put giving.
There you go. And then you can, get the whole camping and boating experience once it's up and running.
All right. So on the website where it goes to the about, there's a little short story there. So that's your end line. What's the last final message before you just hammer it home?
On the story part of the website,
About, you go to the website, it goes, news, pictures, events, booking, about.
that hasn't been built in yet because we don't have a website. We're still renting the camper through the RV Easy app.
Okay, all right, man. I thought we were coming up with some stuff here. I thought we were working
I
on
thought
it.
you were just putting me on the spot to make something up.
No, I didn't know. I don't know what else you had cooking there. You just wrote down 4 words and said solid.
Yeah, you got 5 words out of me. I'll never do that again. All right, so that brings us to the next little tidbit of our process. The podcast. How did the podcast start? Do you know how the podcast started?
Actually, I don't. I'd love to hear the story.
So, believe it or not, the podcast started because it was going to be what's promoting the business and, getting a little bit of traction before the business actually came around. And once we figured out the business wasn't going to come around, I decided to bring in the Wes, and it turned into story time. I mean, we're still keeping the outdoor and the camping theme, but we've kind of dug in a little bit on the sports with the Wes. And Wes and I were rocking out the podcast and bringing you and Joey and Ashley along for the ride at the beginning. Now, I kind of like the podcast for more than just promotion of a business. So we have actually been looking into topics and how to make it a little bit better, which is why we have added, and I'm sure you'll have to rename this, but Jmac Sports Talk. What would you rather it be called, sir?
Man. I don't know. I'll have to think on that.
Yeah. So we gotta name and by all means throw options in the comments
Absolutely.
sections of everything and give us a little thing where, Jmac comes on here and just rocks out some sports problems that he has in his life,
Which
like the
let's get into
WNBA.
WNBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Where they beat up their best player that's responsible for 29% of all the money that goes into the league. That before her, it was making $68 million a year. Now it's making $258 million a year. And her teammate are
yeah.
the number one and number two selling jerseys
And
in the WNBA.
they're selling
But
80% of the jersey market. Them
yeah, just two of them. So, but by
the
all
same league.
means, let's let the other players just beat the shit out of her. The person that brings the fucking draw to your sport. And if she left, no one else would watch
Oh man.
because it's not about me too. Who
Oh,
has the worst shooting percentage in the WNBA? She has the most turnovers in the WNBA. She is second in no, she's number one in getting her shot blocked this year too. And I'm sorry, she was second in turnovers this year and third in shooting percentage. But it's ridiculous.
I mean, she didn't even get voted to be a starter in the All-Star game.
Nobody on her team did.
Right. Exactly. What's that tell you?
But how do you rank the best player? I'm not the best player, the biggest draw in the league at the 11th best guard, but she's starting. Huh.
Right. Exactly.
It's almost like the real fans know what's going on, not the
Well, is
players.
what? Isn't all three is all three Fever the starting? For Boston and Lexi.
I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all on fan favorite. Clearly, you are not one.
The reason she got 11th was because they let the players vote.
Apparently, not her team.
No, I meant Caitlin got ranked 11th because they allowed the players on the other teams to vote. And half of them didn't even more than half of them didn't
Right.
even
That's
turn
right.
in their ballots.
I did hear that. I remember that.
That's ridiculous.
Here we go. We can call it the Jmac minute.
The Jmac minute. It takes longer than a minute though, sir.
Yeah. All right. I was looking at things through Gemini. Jmac attack.
What else do you got on the WNBA?
Man, did you see the big game between Indy and Mercury with Sophie
I
and the
saw the
point?
point.
Oh man! And then listening to her talk about it on her podcast, because it was like the dumbest thing I ever did. But as soon as that was the other girl's name, I can't think of it now. Bonner.
Bonner.
He said, "Don't you point at me." She says, "Oh no, you didn't. That's the wrong thing to say to me." But all the memes that are coming out and the pictures and stuff is hilarious. And they actually play again tonight, I believe it. But it's at 9 o'clock on a school night.
So you are talking about this new sticker.
Yeah, there you go.
Horrible music to that, but yeah, the Sophie point. And
Yeah.
you switch sides again.
There's all kinds of them out there. There's even ones that are more animated, and it's like we are Sparta.
Yeah.
Uh,
I like the one where somebody hooked her in with Trump.
oh yeah,
The one where yeah. Or when she's leading the crossing of the Delaware.
yeah, that one was good too.
But you didn't come on here to talk about the WNBA today anyway.
No, what we coming to talk about? Yeah,
Kind of a on page.
Where's your measure?
But more importantly, can she take the shot, take the power
Yo,
from
Paige Van's ass.
Two.
See what she's got.
age 2.
Pretty good, clean looking
Ooh.
slap. Got through there quickly.
Oh,
She is not
man.
against Dodds, who kind of delayed a little bit. I think if she'd have gone on time, I think Paige.
I don't know. I don't see how I'd want to do the sport.
Maybe I'm seeing. What do you think?
This
Just a
is
little
really
bit.
wait, you like the
Or
heavyweight
wide
thing.
open for me to make a break there, but
Man.
I did not sink well, and I chose to still become a bigger man.
Man.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't just stand there and let people hit me and not throw hands afterwards.
Yes.
We got the comeback right here. It's awful grainy. We got this set on.
Shoes right there, bud. Holy shit, she was cocked back, bud.
There's some nice shoes for you. Watch her arm muscles when she comes through.
Oh my God. Oh, and she took it like a champ. Oh, man, my wife loves watching this shit too.
Yeah, there's that's some. I don't know how people can do it. I mean, seriously, like look at the guy up here in the corner, the big
Oh,
red beard. Got that
look,
whole
big
neck
boy clear to the
cracked.
right, bud.
Huh?
There's a big boy clear to the right,
Yeah.
and the guy looks like he's about ready to chuck.
This guy's passed out, hitting his head on the table. I mean, there's some big boys in that.
I'm telling you,
There's
man.
some big girls in that too.
It doesn't matter. Still, I guarantee you, think that.
So are you on the side that needs to exist, or are you on the it just needs to be UFC and that's where they stopped it at?
That way, it gives. I mean, Paige hasn't fought in a while, so maybe that gives him something life after UFC.
She fought bare knuckle boxing.
Hey, that's hard to watch too, man. That's like watching it in the street. You know what I mean?
That's well, at least they have
You
rules.
guys actually know what the hell they're doing. It's just brutal.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it for me? No, but it's if people enjoy it, I get it. And maybe if I was in the UFC or whatever, and had to get out or whatever, that might give me some of that physical sport, I guess. Maybe, get that feel.
Like here's during the bare knuckle fight, and there's after the bare knuckle fight.
Some people are just like the Mountain Dew guys, extreme or whatever.
I watched some bare knuckle fights, but I don't know. My hands probably couldn't handle it anymore. I'm old and brittle.
Called arthritis, my man.
It's called weakening of the bones in my old age. I don't have the arthritis yet. We're not quite that old. I just got
you start going through knockout blows again, you might be.
Right now we got the bad back. That's what we deal with, and the bum knee.
You have an orthopedic pillow in your truck.
I do not.
Man, I thought you were.
I do not even use the acorn hull pillows to support my neck yet, because it doesn't hurt. It's just my lower back from carrying you at work all day.
Well, there you go. Well, is the heated seats always on year round in the truck?
No. No, they were in the Jeep. The Jeep had better seats for that.
There you go.
They kind of cupped a little bit better and put the heat in just the right place.
Watch out for that swamp ass.
So what else you got on your Jmac Sports Minute that's turned into 10?
Oh, that was kind of pretty much covered it all. When I heard that today about Sophie and Caitlin's jerseys go for 80% of the jersey sales, like, oh shit! Tell me that's not an imp.
And Sophie's just exploded recently when she started her social media push. It all started with that first fight.
I was going to say that was last year.
Yeah. And she jumped on the train and rode it.
I think the kids call that a side quest. I'm not sure. Yeah, she turned into Caitlin's bodyguard, and I don't know. It just gives more that I know of. I don't watch NBA, but I haven't heard anything like that goes on in any other sports. It just gives more of like a wrestling storyline.
Not anymore, you don't. But it happened in the old days because you had like Rodman protecting Jordan.
Oh yeah, I mean it was a different game.
You had Shaq and Kobe's teammates protecting Shaq and Kobe from each other.
Yeah,
which was funny. I was watching the YouTube today at lunch break, and somebody put the top 100 basketball players into a simulator going 1v1, and it came down to Shaq and Kobe for 1 and 2.
Fair argument.
Yeah, Shaq beat him.
I mean, if it was like prime time Shaq, when he was at his best physical shape, he might give Kobe a run for his money.
They took the best stats that each player had. They even put like Jerry West in there and Pistol Pete and Larry Bird, all of them, all the old boys in there. Jordan took third.
Still respectable.
In perfect fashion, LeBron got swept. He made it to I think the step right before the Final Four and got destroyed. And it's even funnier when you're watching stuff like that with LeBron, Gen Z LeBron guys, because they're the ones doing it, doing all this, watching old clips of Michael Jordan and stuff like that. And by the end of it, they're like, you shouldn't even be able to compare these two because Michael Jordan is in his own category.
Jordan, and there's everybody else.
Yeah. And even the LeBron guys are saying, I didn't know he could do that. We'd heard he can do that, but watching it's totally different.
Right.
I think all LeBron supporters that he's the GOAT need to sit down and watch films of Jordan to see what basketball used to be like before this patty cake stuff we play now.
No shit.
It was like the WNBA on steroids.
I mean, it's getting brutal now. Like, there's even congressmen that are speaking out about it.
About the LeBron thing or about WNBA?
WNBA.
They're calling for the commissioner to get fired.
I mean, something's got to be done. But it was pretty funny because Mabry just made some comment about protecting the players or whatever, and she's the one that knocked Caitlin down last year from behind.
Yeah.
When the game wasn't even being played.
Yeah, little pot.
Speaking of, Kennedy Carter got kicked booted by the what she played for Vegas.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep, she just got booted out.
Didn't she just get brought in?
She got brought back in because after that year when she pushed Caitlin from behind, they either cut her contract, didn't renew it or whatever. I think she went and played overseas for a year, then came back here. She was actually, from when I watched her, she was doing pretty good. And then yeah, they just cut her.
Couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Right.
What happened to the chick that kept stabbing everybody in the eyes with her 8-foot-long nails?
I don't know. What was her name?
No idea. I know I've been watching people talk about the fact that people have hair down to their fucking knees.
Yeah, and it's thick too. It's like, man, how much does that weigh? And how does that not affect your neck?
And how does it not affect, defenders or ball handling or anything else? Let me guess.
Do they affect, like any kind of grease or oil or anything like that? 'Cause I get some with ball, but I mean, but then it's gonna affect your teeth too. So
rather look good and lose than look bad and win.
All right.
Where'd that come from? You name that movie?
No.
White Men Can't Jump.
Okay. Yep. Woody Harrelson.
I can hear Jimmy.
And, yep.
So, final sports wrap up on your Jmac 72 minutes that we just did. What do we need to look for? What do we need to watch?
Man, you got to continue watching my girl Camila Cardoso for Chicago Sky. She set the record for the most consistently made field goals in one game, 13 for 13, and she didn't even play the fourth quarter.
All right, there you have it. Go watch some WNBA. Chase down the Jmac dream girl.
She's a lot of fun to watch. She's starting to come into her own since Reese got booted. So I watched her when she was in college.
So there's another part of the episode that I kind of want to put in, and we might have a giveaway at the end after, like, I'd say anywhere between 6 to 10 episodes, and we'll have to put a bonus point on the last episode because it's in there. Ashley's Easter eggs, where there's just a random Ashley story in there, like participation trophies from the previous episode. So this Easter egg is, let's see if anybody can figure out when Ashley's birthday is. Because it's supposed to be December 25th, right? She's supposed to be a Christmas kid. It doesn't work for me. So now, randomly, I'm just going to move her birthday somewhere during the summer or early fall. This year is October 9th. So she does not know what she's doing for her birthday. She just knows she has to leave work 2 hours early and she has plans.
Oh, wait, is it going to change every year what day you choose?
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
It's going to be a surprise every year. She's going to have a random birthday. Hence why I asked you if you were busy.
You could almost have back-to-back birthdays, right?
I could.
No, I mean, it might be back-to-back. It's like, well, today it's October 9th, and tomorrow it's October 10th.
Nope. She only gets one birthday a year.
Well, that's going to be tough. You're going to keep running into the same date before you go into the winter.
No, that's not what we're going to be doing every single time. That's why it's going to change. We're going to find something different next year. So it could be on like June 3rd. You never know. We're doing surprise birthdays. And there's your Ashley Easter egg for the episode. You have to let me know what it is in this episode. What did you do?
You have a shaker bottle with Lincoln or some shit.
Yeah, I say Ashley's name and you get all excited.
Yeah, that's it.
I see how that's going to work. All right. Don't forget to put your comments on there on which tiki boat style that you like. And that includes you, Mr. Jmac. You can also vote on Spotify, or you can just send a message on YouTube. Like, leave it in the comments which one you like the best, 1 through 4. Be pretty easy. Don't forget to like and share the show, and also rent a camper that will soon have a new awning, which will be next Friday. Next Friday, it'll have a new awning. It'll be back 100% in shape, ready to go. Any final thoughts over there, J-Mac?
Man, pretty much covered it all. Gonna be a
All
good, another
right.
good week. Weather's looking good. Hopefully we get out there and do something.
Get out there, ride some boats, and do some camping.
So,
And keep your dinghy frosty.
stay frosty.
Frost yourself. All right, man. Have a good night.
You too, brother. See you later.
It's called Frosty Dinghy, and I'm the Dolphin, and you're the Flower.
Well, I guess I think it should be Dr. Parker, but